playoffs on February 15th. All game times tonight. All 5 games will be at 7:30 start time here on a Friday night. We'll go through them like this. For 9th place, it's going to be Rensselaer Central at Lewis Cass. Going for 7th place is Benton Central at Western. For 5th place, it'll be Twin Lakes. They travel to Tipton tonight. For 3rd place, we do know that it's Lafayette Central Catholic at 16-3, 3-1 in the conference. That's in the West Division. They're at Hamilton Heights tonight, 13-6, 3-1 in the East Division. And going for all the marbles for 1st place tonight, it's West Lafayette Red Devils. 12-8 on the season. They're 4-0 in the West. I will mention 25 years at the helm. That's David Wood. He's only been at West Lafayette. He's a kind gentleman. I interviewed him in this Husky gym a couple of years ago. We'll mention they're at Northwestern tonight. Also a kind gentleman working in year number 15. That's Jim Gish for Northwestern. The Northwestern Tigers are 18-1 on the season. They're 4-0 is where they finished in the East Division. We'll mention a little bit about these schools. First, we'll let you know in the Hoosier Conference tonight, 3rd or 4th place, that's Lafayette Central Catholic Knights and the Hamilton Heights Huskies. We'll let you know the Knights at home, they've won 9, they've lost 1. On the road, they're 5-2. On a neutral site, they're 2-0. We'll let you know the Hamilton Heights Huskies at home, they're 6-2. On the road, they're 4-4. And on a neutral site, they're 3-0. We'll mention both these teams have 7 common opponents. Those common opponents are Frankfort, Harrison out of West Lafayette, Northwestern, Guerin Catholic, Twin Lakes, Western, and Lewis Cass. We'll let you know that Central Catholic have already played Harrison. They played them twice. They played them in an early season tournament. They failed that ball game, but they got them back in the end. They're 1-1. They split with Harrison this season. And I will also mention Northwestern. Both these teams, that's Lafayette Central Catholic and Hamilton Heights, have both lost to Northwestern. Only 3-point losses. Pretty good ball games, to just say it mildly. We'll remind you that Lafayette Central Catholic lost to Northwestern 57-54. And the Hamilton Heights Huskies lost to Northwestern 68-65 with a buzzer beater from 35 feet out, and he banked it in. Kept the game from going to overtime. We'll also remind you that the Hamilton Heights Huskies have not played Harrison out of West Lafayette quite yet. They'll play them in the final game of the regular season. That'll be Tuesday, February 19th. That'll happen next week. Stay tuned. Put Me in Sports will be there. And we'll also mention Lafayette Central Catholic yet to play Western. They'll play the Western Panthers tomorrow night on the 16th. That's a Saturday. They'll play them, I believe, at Western. And we'll also mention Lewis Cass. Lewis Cass will be the final ball game for Lafayette Central Catholic. That's in the final game of the regular season. PutMeInSports.com will broadcast that ball game from Lewis Cass King High School. And we'll mention, they're talking about the rules right there. They're talking to the captains out on the floor. 3 officials ready to go, having a conversation with the young men. And 7:40 on the game clock. Clock's rolling down. They'll buzz it out at 15 minutes. That's where they started it. They'll go to the locker room. They'll come back out. They'll put 5 more minutes on the clock. And we'll begin basketball here shortly. And we'll also remind you, girls basketball, semi-state, going to happen this weekend. It's going to be tomorrow. Here's how they played out. That's tomorrow the 16th. There are 2, count them, 2 Hoosier Conference contenders, one in the north, one in the south. Theoretically, they could play each other next Saturday at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It could happen. We'll mention they're going to slate out like this. North Division, that's at LaPorte. LaPorte at 1 o'clock, Class A. It'll be Northfield at 25-2. They'll go against Marquette Catholic at 25-2. And we'll also mention a 4 o'clock game tomorrow night at LaPorte. 4A competition, it'll be Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals at 25-1 versus Crown Point at 28-0. You can catch that ball game on IHSAA TV if you can't make the trip. We'll also mention that Logansport High School, that's still in the north. It's going to be 4 p.m. start time. That's Eastern Standard Time. It'll be Class 2A. It'll be Oak Hill at 23-4. They'll go against Central Noble at 27-0. And then the nightcap there at Logansport at 7 o'clock. It'll be Class 3A. It'll be Marion. Marion, the Lady Giants, 23-4. They'll go against the Northwestern Lady Tigers, 25-3. Northwestern Lady Tigers representing the Hoosier Conference. They could play in the final game with another Hoosier Conference foe. We'll see if that happens. That'll be cool if it does. We'll also mention South Division. That's Jeffersonville. They'll play at Jeffersonville High School. 1 o'clock start time, Eastern Standard Time. Class 2A, it'll be Evansville Mater Dei at 17-10, going against Winchester Community at 25-3. In the nightcap, we'll call it the afternoon cap at 3 o'clock. It'll be a 4A contest. It'll be Castle at 23-3. They'll go against Lawrence North, 21-6. And I'm down in the south, happening at Jasper High School. 4 p.m. start time, Eastern Standard Time. Class A, it'll be Vincennes Reveille, 28-0. Going to go against University High School. University High School presently 24-2. We'll also mention at 6:30 the nightcap at Jasper. 3A contest. It'll be Salem at 23-3. They'll go against Benton Central Lady Bisons at 26-4. And yes, Benton Central Lady Bisons, they are the second Hoosier Conference foe. Going to compete tomorrow for the semi-state. And they could play against one another just a week away, about 8 days away. We'll mention a little bit about each school here tonight. Boys basketball, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They have a school enrollment of 291. Back home, their gym size will seat comfortably 3,028. Their Class 1A sectional 54. There are 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will happen at Tri-Central High School. And we'll let you know, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, they're 16-3. Southwood, they're 8-10. Frontier, they're 8-10. Northfield, they're 5-13. Tri-Central, they're 4-15. And Clinton Central, 2-15. We'll mention Lafayette Central Catholic Knights High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street. That's in Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can reach them by telephone, 765-474-2496. On the web, it's lccathletics.com. On Twitter, at LCC_athletics /. The principal at Lafayette Central Catholic Knights High School is Neil Wagner. The athletic director is Tim Bourdonnais. He's a 1987 Central Catholic graduate. We'll also mention the athletic secretary is Julia Denhart. We'll remind you, Lafayette Central Catholic High School, the boys, they're 16-3 on the season. They're 3-1 is where they finished in the Hoosier West. They have 11 wins out of their last 12 ball games. And we'll mention they average 66 points per ball game. That's an average. They give up 51.1. That is also an average. We'll let you know the head coach is David Barrett. He's also a 1987 Central Catholic Knights graduate himself. He's working in year number 14 at Lafayette Central Catholic. He has 249 wins, 106 losses. We'll mention the next game on the agenda for Central Catholic will be tomorrow night. They'll be at Western, 7:30 start time for the varsity. And we'll let you know a little bit about the Hamilton Heights Huskies. The Huskies have a school enrollment of 728. Their gym size right here will hold 3,106. That's just 78 more spectators than Lafayette Central Catholic. And we'll mention their Class 3A Sectional 24. They have 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will be played at Newcastle High School. In their sectional, Delta, they're 21-0. They've been in this gym this year. It was earlier in the season, but right now they're 21-0. And we'll also mention Blackford. Blackford 13-4 on the season. Hamilton Heights 13-6 on the season. Newcastle, they're 9-8. Yorktown, they're 5-13. Muncie-Burris, they're 4-14. We'll mention the principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Jared Mason. The athletic director is Kurt Ogden. The athletic secretary is Lee Ann Moffitt. Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19, Arcadia, Indiana 46030. You can reach them by dialing 317-984-3551. On the web, it's hhschuskies.org. They wear the colors orange, white, and brown. They participate in the Hoosier Conference. The final standings for the Hoosier Conference prior to today's playoff games in the East Division, it's Northwestern, Hamilton Heights, Tipton, Western, and Lewis Cass. In the West Division, it's West Lafayette, Central Catholic Knights, Twin Lakes, Benton Central, and Rensselaer Central. We'll let you know the Hamilton Heights Huskies are currently 13-6. They're 3-1 in the Hoosier East. They've won 5 out of their last 6. They've won the last 3. 67.6 an average per ball game offensively. 61.6 an average defensively. We'll mention the coach is Chad Ballinger. 166 wins, 107 losses. 12th year at Hamilton Heights overall. A 19-year veteran basketball varsity head coach. 243 and 190. Next game on the agenda, Hamilton Heights will be at Peru tomorrow night, 7:45 start time. Put Me in Sports will be there. We're going to set this down for our national anthem.
And our safety here at home and overseas. Particularly especially those from the Lafayette Central Catholic community that are very Hamilton Heights. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hamilton Heights marching band and our national anthem.
That's our Hamilton Heights band there in the upper balcony. Sounded marvelous. Percussion especially. They're shaking hands out on the midcourt. Everyone on the court that's going to participate in this ball game, we're out there for the national anthem. and they're getting along with one another. Going to be a good ball game tonight at Hamilton Heights. I did check with athletic director Kurt Alden. I asked him, I said, is this the first time these two schools have linked up for basketball? Got to mention, it's been about 4 years now. We've been going in the conference. That's the Hoosier Conference. It got rearranged here about 4 years ago. And he said, I believe so. How far back did you go? I went back about as far as I could go, I thought, back to 94. JohnHarrell.net. What a wonderful source, JohnHarrell.net. He's a good man. I've met the gentleman, and he's a kind gentleman indeed. But we look back, we couldn't find anything. We do know that Hamilton Heights did travel a couple of years ago for the playoff game in football. Huskies went up there and played on what was going to be and has become Bermuda grass. It's a wonderful complex there at Lafayette Central Catholic Knights High School. And we're going to have basketball tonight. Might be the first time these two teams have played basketball together. We'll mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. That's internet radio sports. Basketball tonight also. This game is being simulcast HamiltonCountyTV.com. Go to HamiltonCountyTV.com. You can find a whole lot of other programming that you'll like. You can listen live or on demand. You can capture this ball game any internet connect device from HamiltonCountyTV.com. The address is www.hctv1.com. You can also find this game on Twitter and Facebook, courtesy of HamiltonCountyTV.com and Jim Wofford. We'll mention this game is also being brought to you in part by Brian Bear, Main Street Mortgage, Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21, Indiana Express Rentals, Adler Attorneys, the Adler Building, Discount Copies, Sign Production, PutMeInSports.com, HamiltonCountyTV.com, Noblesville Trophies, McCreary Concrete Products Incorporated, and Fritz Auto Sales and Service, bringing this game to you. They put 3 more minutes back up on the clock. We're waiting for the teams to come out of the locker room. Lafayette Central Catholic have entered the floor. Hamilton Heights going to maybe go through the run-through. They're going to come out of their locker room. The run-through's getting ready to be put into place. 3 minutes still on the game clock. And we'll let you know a little bit more about what's happening tonight. We'll let you know Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They have 3 games left in their regular season this year. We'll mention they're going to play on tomorrow. That's the 16th of February. They will travel to Western High School, 6 o'clock, 7:30 start time for the varsity. And then they'll play again on the 19th. That's Tuesday. They'll do battle with the Seeger Patriots. That'll be a home game at Lafayette Central Catholic High School. And then their final regular season game, as mentioned, will be February 22nd. That's a Friday. That's next Friday. Lewis Cass Kings will host Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. The Knights will travel. PutMeInSports.com will be there for the ball game. We'll also mention the Hamilton Heights Huskies. The Huskies have 2 regular season contests left in the regular season. We'll mention tomorrow night they will travel to Peru to battle with the Tigers at a 7:45 start time. And then we'll also mention they'll play again, the Huskies will, on February 19th. That's Tuesday. They'll be home game once again. They'll go against the Harrison out of West Lafayette. They'll do battle with the Raiders. Pretty similar color schemes for Hamilton Heights and the Raiders, somewhat like Beach Grove. You're talking about orange and brown, orange and black for the Harrison Raiders. And I'm sure Hamilton Heights going to wear the white uniforms like they're wearing now for this home game. Huskies shooting around the perimeter, shooting some shots at their leisure. Central Catholic Knights doing just the same at the south end of the floor. 1:42 clock rolling down. 3 officials in the house going to call a good ball game. Conversation happening all around, getting ready to play basketball. Hoosier Conference playoffs. This game is going to determine the 3rd place winner in the conference and also the 4th place winner in the conference. Lafayette Central Catholic, night 16-3. Here at Hamilton Heights, 13-6. Both teams finished in the conference 3-1. Against the medium 5 right there, the Central Catholic bench. Coach David Barrett gives a medium 5 to his oldest son right there, Carson Barrett. He takes a seat. And they're going to have the national, should they have the national anthem, they're getting ready to have the lineups. And we'll do just the same lineups on the agenda. And we do have stats. We'll hope to get some stats out. If they're pertinent, we'll talk about those. I have accurate, up-to-date stats right here for both teams. And we'll mention that they're going to let us know the starting lineups. 30 seconds counting down. 7:34 on the wristwatch. 32-minute game on the agenda. Will it take more? We'll find out. We do know Central Catholic have played overtime this season. They played I think it was about a week ago or so. They went against Guerin Catholic. It took an overtime for them to get the win to get by the Golden Eagles. So clock empties out. They're going to have a tradition right here. They're going to introduce out on the floor a couple of fine patrons right there. They'll be introduced, and they'll work out on the floor right now. And we'll go ahead and mention starting lineups. I'll do that. We'll mention Central Catholic Knights, the visiting team, on the scoreboard. They're going to start like this. Number 10, that's a sophomore, 5'11". That's Brenner Oliver. Also starting tonight at the guard position, number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais. He's a sophomore, 6'1". Starting tonight, he's number 20. He's a senior, 6'3" senior. That's David Schwartz. Also starting tonight, he'll wear number 33. He's a senior, 6'3" senior. That's Matt Timmons. The final starter in the lineup for Central Catholic will be number 34. He's a 6'5" junior. Carson Barrett. Carson Barrett scoring 15.6 on average per game. He boards the basketball at a clip of 11 rebounds per contest. He'll dish it out 8.2 in the assist department. That's Carson Barrett. The head coach is Dave Barrett, 87 graduate, as mentioned, from Central Catholic. Now we'll mention the starters for the Hamilton Heights Huskies. The Huskies will start like this. He'll wear number 0, 5'11" sophomore. That's Gus Etchison. Gus Etchison averaging per ball game 23.7 points per game. And we'll mention he's 3.5 rebounds per game. He's dishing it out at 3.4 in the assist column. We'll also mention starting tonight, he's wearing number 14. He's a 6'1" junior. That's Brent Pennington. Also starting tonight, he's wearing number 15. He's got 17 points per game average. 4.6 rebounds per game. He's 6'4". He's a senior. That's A.J. Field. Also starting tonight, number 23. Senior, he's 6 feet tall. Cray Leininger. The final starter in the lineup for Hamilton Heights tonight. He'll wear number 24. 5'8" junior. That's Hudson Hostetler. Speaking on the microphone right now, sophomore athlete Gus Etchison addressing the crowd. Speaking of sportsmanship, getting ready to play basketball, Gus Etchison at the microphone this evening. Common occurrence, happens every home game. They let a different basketball player speak, and that speaks well. Gus Etchison. Get some medium 5s from the bench area. Mostly Eric King and Brett Chris, varsity assistants. And right there alongside him is Coach Davis, junior varsity head basketball coach, Derek Davis. Derek Davis just became a father not too long ago. probably about a month and a half, but about Christmas time. Yeah, about Christmas time. He was smiling when he told me, and I'm glad for him. So we'll mention ball game on the agenda. Going to meet the starting lineups, public address right here. And we'll mention coming up this weekend, IHSAA, the 109th annual boys basketball state tournament. They're going to draw. It's going to be presented by Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. Tournament pairing show going to happen this Sunday, the 17th, 2019. It'll start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll happen about 2 hours long, be about 2 hours in duration. I'll mention you can get the broadcast on web stream. You can go to IHSAATV.org. That's IHSAATV.org. There will be no television for Sunday's pairing show. It's going to be hosted by Bob Level and Greg Rakestraw. On radio, you can catch the same thing at IHSAA Champions Network. You can look around the realm. You can find out. You can Google, and you can get that on radio also. But you can watch it on web stream, IHSAATV.org. Again, keep in mind there is no television for this weekend's pairing show. So they're introducing the home team right now. They got some spotlights going all around. They have the same thing back in Lafayette, Indiana, at Central Catholic High School. They divulge the lights. They use the spotlights. It's just about the same. So we're going to have a basketball game. Ought to be good. Both teams, I'm sure, ready to go. And they're going to bring the lights back to full candle power. We'll mention once again, you're listening to PutMeInSports.com. You can also capture this game. HamiltonCountyTV.com on radio. It's www.HCTV1.com. You can capture the ball game on a smartphone from that address. Going to jump it up. Carson Barrett step into the center circle. He's going to jump it up against Gus Etchison. 6'5", 5'11". Here's the jump tip. Controlled the backcourt, picked up by A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll hand off the basketball. Number 10, Brenner Oliver. Oliver crosses the timeline, works to the left side, out top with the basketball, picks up his dribble, being guarded by Hosteller. Picks up his dribble. They're going to say it's going to be a traveling foul. I'm going to say 5 seconds, closely guarded. I'm not quite sure that was 5 seconds if that was the call. But they're going to give the ball to Hamilton Heights. They'll bring it in from the backcourt, side court brought in by Leininger. That was a quick 5-second rule. In the front court now, Hudson Hosteller. He'll take a shot inside the arc. When he goes, 2-point lay-in. No good. Rebound out there secured by Carson Barrett to the front court. He'll dribble left. He'll spin in the paint. He'll look to get the ball down low, looking for a cutter. Cutter wasn't quite there. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to give it back to Hamilton Heights. They'll bring it 84 feet. 7:26 on the game clock. Bring the ball across the timeline at a slow trot pace right now is Hudson Hosteller. He'll dribble left, now back out top to Gus. Behind the arc, he'll take a shot, 3-point lay-in, got the bucket. Left elbow extended, good. 3-point shot, good for Etchison. It's 3-0. 7:09 on the game clock. We're in the first quarter. Going to the surface right now is going to be A.J. Bourdonnais. Might have took an inadvertent shot right there in the abdominal section. Right out there in a hurry is Elena Cantley. She's a trainer. She works primarily with the middle school, but she was right there. She's attending right now to A.J. Bourdonnais just inside the 3-point arc. Right elbow extended. He's going to step to his feet right now. He's going to get a hand clap from all those that are here watching the game. He's going to step off the surface right now, being attended right there. Elena Cantley. Coach Dave Barrett, few words with A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll take a breather. We'll hope that he can make it back. Now Jan Clifton, varsity, the high school trainer, will check on A.J. Bourdonnais in the extended bench area. in the ball game. In the ball game is 33, Matt Timmons. Out off the glass, shot goes back up and in. Put back is good. It's David Schwartz. I should mention in the ball game, number 23 is Nate Webb in the ball game for Bourdonnais. 3-2 contest. Huskies by 1 in the front court. Right elbow extended with the basketball. He'll dribble it back out. That's A.J. Field. A.J. Field got 32 in his last outing, 25 the night before. He's going to take a three-point shot here. Got the bucket. To a three-point land. Got it in front of the bench, extended bench area of Central Catholic. 6-2 contest. Hamilton Heights in front. They'll work it down low. Looking for the cutter. Cutter not happening. That was Webb. Not quite there. And Carson Barrett has thrown the ball away twice. 6-2 contest. 6:15 on the game clock. In the front court, in front of the scores bench, there in the corner, working it in now. We're going to bounce back inside the arc. To the corner, Gus Etchison inside the arc. He'll take a two-point shot, rimmed out, win go. Carson Barrett with the board. He'll dribble across the timeline. He'll spin around. He'll take a shot. He'll dribble it down, pass it down low. Looked like he was taking a shot. He passed it down low, found the open man. That's number 20, David Schwartz. Two-point bucket. It's 6-4. Hamilton Heights by 2. 5:45 on the game clock. Out top of the basketball on the dribble, A.J. Field. He'll cross over. Going to pick his pocket. That's Barrett picks his pocket, goes the other direction. Finger roll, gets the bucket, ties the ball game at 6. Out top of the basketball. Behind the arc, way out top, Gus Etchison. He'll take a three-point shot, a couple steps behind the arc, wouldn't go. Rebound, Carson Barrett. 6-6 contest. 5:18 on the game clock. We're in the first quarter. Works it down low. Barrett gets the assist. Credit the bucket. 23, Nate Webb. Nate Webb just in the ball game. A.J. Bourdonnais being tended to. We'll hope the best. Hope he can get back quick. Three-point shot the other direction. Couple of steps to his left. Again, it's A.J. Field. Three-point land. Huskies back up by 1. It's 9-8. 4:52 on the game clock. Works it right side behind the arc, straddling the back to David Schwartz. Works it behind the arc on the pass. Back out top. Three-point land. Got the bucket. Credit the bucket. Number 33. That's Matt Timmons. 6'3" senior. Central Catholic goes up by 2. 11-9 out top of the basketball. Hosteller, he'll dribble around. He'll kick it back out. Free throw shot wouldn't go. Rimmed on the ball off the back of the rim. Leininger. Rebound put back for Pennington wouldn't go. Back out the other direction. Benner Oliver on the dribble. Out top being guarded there by Hosteller. Works it left side to Schwartz near the corner now with the basketball. They move the basketball back around. Timmons out top. They get it to Carson Barrett behind the arc. He'll dribble in. He'll take a shot off the glass. He'll get fouled. First foul of the ball game going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights, number 15, A.J. Field. He'll pick up number 1. And Carson Barrett will go to the foul line. He'll shoot twice. Carson Barrett going to step to the stripe right now. He's shooting 68%. He got the first one. He's 53 for 77 on the season. He'll get one more. 2-shot foul. 12-9 contest. Central Catholic by 3. Second shot rimmed out, wouldn't go. Rebound secured, picked up by A.J. Field. He'll outlet to the front court. Hosteller now back to Gus Etchison. On the dribble, he'll work it right side. Out top. A little bit of friction there, no call. Back out behind the back dribble to the corner. Three-point shot, Pennington got the bucket in front of the East crowd from the corner baseline. 12-12 contest. A.J. Bourdonnais going to check back in. Coach David Barrett asked him to come back off the bench. Here we go. Back the other direction. Two-point shot off the glass in the paint right side. That was Schwartz. David Schwartz. It's a 14-12 contest. Central Catholic by 2 in the front court on the dribble. They're working back around. Behind the arc, A.J. Field. He'll pick up a screen right there from Leininger. Shot in the air, long off the rim, wouldn't go. Karam's back out. Pennington kept it alive. They got it to A.J. Field. He tried to get it down low in the corner. A little bit outstretched, couldn't get to it. Craig Leininger, ball goes out of bounds. So Central Catholic Knights going to bring the ball in. Back in the ball game, number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais, sophomore, 6'1", re-enters the ball game after the short delay. Hope he's okay. We'll mention he probably is. 14-12 in the front court. So we're behind the arc to A.J. Bourdonnais. Triple threat. He'll pass it back out to Carson Barrett. Out top of the circle, he'll dish it down low. Off the glass, got the bucket. Faked the shot, got the defender up off of his feet. That's Pennington. He'll pick up the foul. Basket goes in, continuation. Nothing near like an NBA continuation. It goes in. David Schwartz going to have a chance for the three-point play. Schwartz trying to work on that average at the foul line. He'll get the first one and the only one. Three-point play. It's 17-12. Central Catholic by 5. We're in the first quarter. 2:50 left here in the first quarter. In the front court of the basketball, Gus Etchison. They're working out top. He's working against Schwartz. Pick up his dribble. Work it left side behind the arc to A.J. Field. He'll pick up the dribble now back out to Etchison. 2:36 on the game clock. On the dribble. They go to the lane. Kick it to the corner. Three-point shot in the air. Rimmed around when go. A.J. Field. Long baseball pass to the other end. Pretty good defense right there. Defensive back himself. Pennington will play a good defensive back. He led the Huskies, I believe, this year with 2 interceptions. He returned for 29 yards after those picks. Yeah, I remember that game too. But they're going to work it back around. Foul's going to be called on Pennington. He's got 2 fouls in this ball game. Huskies have 3. Central Catholic yet to commit a foul. 2:26 on the game clock. They work it in the paint. Elbow, left side, Carson Barrett. Back out behind the arc. Out top now to A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll dribble once. Flip it left side behind the arc to Carson Barrett. He's looking for a clear out. He's going to work against Etchison. Gets it to the corner. Takes a shot, waits for the defender to pass. Three-point shot, good. A.J. Bourdonnais sets up for the 3. It's 20-12. Back the other direction. Shot goes in. Gus Etchison goes hard to the hoop. Right side off the glass, got the bucket. He'll shoot one more. 20-14. Foul's going to be whistled on number 20, David Schwartz. He picks up his first foul of the ball game. Gus Etchison at the foul line. He's shooting 81% on the season. Shot goes up and good. Three-point play. He's now 76 for 94 on the season. Taking a breather going to be Pennington. Brent Pennington going to step out of the ball game. In the ball game for the Huskies, number 1, Corey Vonfeld, 5'7" junior. 20-15. A 5-point leader, Central Catholic with the basketball in the front court. 1:48 on the game clock. First quarter. Dribbling in the paint. Try to go on up the glass. Shot wouldn't go. That was A.J. Bourdonnais. Back the other direction. Gus Etchison. He goes coast to coast. Rebound and a bucket. Left side of the glass, Etchison. 20-17. They'll work it in the paint. Working it around right there is Carson Barrett. Going to be an offensive foul. Going to be called for an elbow. Trying to get an advantage right there. And the official calls the offensive foul on Carson Barrett. He'll pick up number 1. Team foul number 2 on the Knights. 3 thus far for Hamilton Heights. Taking a breather out of the ball game. Going to be number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais. Back in the ball game, we'll see number 13, Matt Timmons. 20-17. Huskies crossing the timeline at a walk pace. Gus Etchison. He'll bounce it right side to the corner. Vonfeld, shot in the air, wouldn't go. 3-point land. Rebound secured. Nate Webb. He'll outlet left side. Carson Barrett. He'll dribble in. He'll go baseline. Off the glass, got the bucket. Carson Barrett, as mentioned, averages 15.6 a ball game. Out top, shot off the mark. Short wouldn't go to Carson Barrett. Shot taken by Gus Etchison. They'll work it down low. Off the glass, 2-point bucket, good. Credit the shot, David Schwartz. 24-17. 7-point advantage for the Central Catholic Knights. To the corner, shot in the air, short off the mark. In the ball game, shot going to go Isaac Hickok. Back the other direction. Take a floater outside the paint. That was Schwartz. Rebound fought for it. Collected. Another shot wouldn't go. A putback, they got 3 attempts. Webb couldn't get the shot to go. The putback was good underneath by Brenner Oliver. Number 10, 26-17. 17 seconds left. We're in the first quarter. We're at Hamilton Heights High School. East Division Gym going against the West. Second in the West going against second in the East. Shooting for third or fourth place. Out top, 3-point land in the air. Got it. A.J. Excuse me, I take that back. It's A.J. Field from three-point land at the buzzer. It's a 6-point lead after 1 quarter of play. Lafayette Central Catholic 26, Hamilton Heights 20. And we'll remind you this game is in parts being brought to you by Main Street Mortgage, a local full-service mortgage broker located in Cicero. Owner is Brian Baer. Brian has more than 20-plus years of mortgage loan origination experience. Brian offers a full array of mortgage products from no money down to 20% down conventional mortgage loans. He offers personal customer service, expert knowledge of all mortgage loans, and the lowest interest rates you will find. Call today and start saving money now. It's Brian Baer. You can reach him at 317-420-5192. Again, that's 317-420-5192. Brian Baer and Main Street Mortgage, a great combination. They're going to inbound the basketball. Final buzzer sound. 60-second timeout between quarters. 26-20. Hamilton Heights trailing, but they'll have the ball on the inbound. Going to be inbound by Cray Leininger. Cray Leininger looking for a place to play football collegiately. He's got several offers. We'll wish the best for him. He's a good linebacker. Out top of the basketball, Hosteller. Out top left side with the basketball now is A.J. Field. They'll work it out top. They'll get the ball back to Hickok. They'll hand the ball off back to A.J. Field, back to Hosteller on the dribble. Behind the arc, they're working through the corner. Hickok. 7:34 on the game clock. Second quarter, 26-20. Central Catholic in front on the dribble. Elbow right side, kicks it down low. Cray Leininger, shot off the glass, rimmed in, left-handed floater. Lou Alcindor couldn't have done it better. 26-22. We're back in the paint. Kicks it back out, three-point shot. Left elbow extended, rimmed around, fell in. Friendly roll from three-point land for number 23, Nate Webb. 29-22. 7-point leader are Central Catholic. Right side with the glass. Going to take a three-point shot. Got it. Isaac Hickok squares up. Nails a three. 29-25. Central Catholic by 4. Crossing the timeline. On the dribble is Barrett. He'll work it down low. Got the bucket, too. Credit the bucket. Number 20, that's David Schwartz. Schwartz down low. 2-point bucket. 31-25. Going to be a foul call. They're going to whistle this foul on Central Catholic. A.J. Bourdonnais not quite aware of the defender there. He ran over him. Sometimes you'll see that play on a baseline late in a ball game just to try to get an offensive foul call. Sometimes it works. I saw that when I was about a freshman at Carmel when we had no class basketball. But that doesn't mean that we don't have any class. Out top of the basketball. That's the first foul whistled on A.J. Bourdonnais. Out top of the basketball on the dribble, going to work it right side, Hosteller. To the corner, Isaac Hickok. They'll give it back inside the three-point arc. He'll give it back to Cray Leininger. He'll pass it to A.J. Field. He'll keep the dribble alive. Back to Cray. Cray going to go baseline. Working against Carson Barrett. Shot going to go baseline. Rebound out of there. Benner. Oliver to the front court now. He'll work it right side to Nate Webb. Back to Benner out top. He'll reset the offense near the Husky head at center court. 5:55 on the game clock. We're in the second quarter. 31-25, a 6-point leader, are Central Catholic Knights. On the dribble, going off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound, put back good. Credit the bucket, Carson Barrett. 33-25 on the dribble. Behind the arc to Isaac Hickok. Working it out back out top. He'll pick up his dribble. He'll work it right side, get it to A.J. Field. Now back out top with the basketball is Hudson Hosteller. He'll cross it over. They go in the baseline. They're going to work a traveling violation. Pretty good hands right there. Benner Oliver got his hand in there, kind of tied him up. He went to the surface. They call it travel. And out of the ball game for Hamilton Heights, taking a breather, is number 1, Corey Von Felt. And back in the ball game, we're going to see for Hamilton Heights, number 0, Gus Etchison. 33-25. Out top with the basketball. Working the left side, Carson Barrett. Cross-court skip pass behind the arc to A.J. Bourdonnais. Back out top to Benner. Benner Oliver crosses it, brings it back the other way, switches it, and they'll bring it back to A.J. Bourdonnais from the corner. Moving it back around the perimeter, three-point area. Moving the ball quick, Hamilton Heights having to defend, moving their feet. They're going to work it back around baseline. Tipped away, A.J. Bourdonnais gets the ball back. They go baseline, picks up the loose ball. They'll pass it back out top to Benner Oliver, and he'll get fouled in the process. Husky foul going to be whistled on Craig Leininger. He picks up his first foul of the ball game. 33-25. Going to bring it in left to the bucket. Going to be brought in by Benner Oliver. He'll get it down low off the glass. He was open. Good cut. Nate Webb, 2 points off the glass in the paint. 35-25, a 10-point advantage for Central Catholic. Out top of the basketball. Crossover. Gus Etchison to the corner. Isaac Hickok, three-point land, got the bucket. Long baseball pass to the other end. A little bit long right there. It was tracked down by A.J. Bourdonnais. He saved it. Saved it back to half court to Gus Etchison. Now the Huskies back in the front court with the basketball. 35-28. 7-point leader, Central Catholic. Working it with the basketball out top now is A.J. Bourdonnais. Works it around the perimeter. Isaac Hickok being guarded by Schwartz. Back out top, they'll move it. Well behind the arc is Gus Etchison to the corner. Hosteller. He'll bring the ball back out, being guarded there by A.J. Bourdonnais. They'll bring the ball back out to the corner, crossing over. Thought about going baseline, and Benner Oliver recovered quickly. That shot off the mark wouldn't go. Gus Etchison would have been a 2. Back the other direction off the rebound by Carson Barrett from the corner with the basketball on the dribble. Out top, once again, it's Benner Oliver. Out top, they'll reset the offense straight away. A.J. Bourdonnais, he'll bounce pass back to Benner. Left side, that goes down low. They'll get a pass in, 2 points off the glass. Credit the bucket. David Schwartz credit the assist to Carson Barrett. 37-28 on the dribble. To the corner, Hudson Hosteller dishes off. Gus Etchison kicks it back out. 3-point land. Good for A.J. Field. Right elbow extended. A.J. Field gets the assist from Gus Etchison. It's a 6-point ball game. Hamilton Heights trailing by 6. 3 minutes left. 37-31. Works it right side to Webb. Down low on the baseline. They're working inside to Carson Barrett. Rim around, got the bucket. Carson Barrett, 2-point shot off the glass. 39-31. They're working left side now behind the arc. Isaac Hickok back to Gus Etchison. Crossover. Behind the back in the paint. He'll float it up, wouldn't go. Finger roll, wouldn't go. Rebound, Carson Barrett. Tips it to the front court. Goes out of bounds. Going to be last touch by Hamilton Heights. Got a half-court pass. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. 2:33 left here in the first half. 39-31. Going to be brought in right at the bucket by Central Catholic. Checking in the ball game, Corey Von Felt. Corey Von Felt back in the ball game. Going to give a breather to A.J. Field. He's wiping his brow right there. They tossed him a towel. He's doing a pretty good job. 39-31. Dribbling in the paint. Off the glass, good. Sophomore, number 12. That's A.J. Bourdonnais for 2. 41-31 on the dribble. Out top. He'll take it as though he kick it out right side behind the arc. Shot when to go. Craig Leininger. Tips out of bounds. They're going to say it's last touch by 34. Carson Barrett going to give the ball back to Hamilton Heights. So the Huskies going to inbound the basketball left of the bucket. 2:15 left. 41-31. Craig Leininger will trigger the inbound. He'll get it in behind the arc. There in the corner, Gus Etchison will bounce it back to Craig. Turnaround jumper off the glass wouldn't go. Rebound, Carson Barrett. Long full court pass on a bounce wouldn't go. Nate Webb took the shot. Rebound secured by Central Catholic. After the rebound, they're going to call a foul on Hamilton Heights. They're going to talk it over there. They're going to say travel. They're going to say travel took place prior to any contact. So they're going to give the ball back to the Huskies. There's going to be a timeout called. They're going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll let you know. This game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Real estate wouldn't be real estate without a real estate professional like Lisa Stokes-Bear. Lisa Stokes-Bear is proud to assist you with your current and future real estate needs. You can call Lisa Stokes-Bear or send her a text message at 317-513-4086. Again, that number is 317-513-4086. Lisa is a member of Century 21 Chiefs. Carmel, Indiana, they have turned this into a 60-second timeout. As I look up, they're seated on the bench. We'll mention, we're going to have halftime conversation. We're hoping to speak to Terry Bourdonnais. He's the grandpa of A.J. Bourdonnais. He's the dad of Tim Bourdonnais. Tim Bourdonnais has made it to the ball game. I understand he was working pretty feverishly there in Lafayette. At the high school, he's the athletic director. And they've got a gentleman, they've got an athlete that will be participating in the state finals in wrestling. So there's a second buzzer. 2:02 on the game clock. Can be brought in 84 feet away. Cray Leininger brings it in for Hamilton Heights, bounce pass into Hostetler. He'll dribble across the timeline, east side of the gym floor. He'll dribble back, pick up a screen from Cray Leininger. They work it left side. Gus Etchison. He'll kick it to the corner. Isaac Hickok, shot in the air. Shot wouldn't go. Shot rimmed out, wouldn't go. Fighting for the board right there. Cray Leininger going to pick up the foul. Cray going to pick up the personal foul. I believe that's 2. He's got 2 in the ball game. 5 fouls here in the first half on Hamilton Heights. 3 thus far here in the first half. Central Catholic. 1:40 left. We may not shoot the bonus here in the first half at all. In the front court with the basketball. Benner Oliver works it left side, gets the ball back from Webb. Okay, Webb now back out top. A.J. Bourdonnais back to Benner, back to the corner. They work it down low. Block shot. Gus Etchison got up. Blocked the shot of Carson Barrett. Got the ball back. It stayed in the court of play. They dish off the other end. Off the glass. 2-point bucket. Cray Leininger. 41-33. 8-point advantage for Central Catholic. 1:04 on the game clock. In the front court, out in the center circle, Benner Oliver. They're working to the corner. Bounce it down low. They'll get it off the glass. Got the bucket. Matt Timmons. Matt Timmons got the bucket. A good feed. Back the other direction, and Hamilton Heights lost the grasp of the basketball. Goes out of bounds in the northeast corner. Gives it back to Central Catholic. Back in the ball game, checking back in, number 15, A.J. Field. Taking a breather is Cray Leininger. 50.6 left. Going to walk it across the timeline. Benner Oliver for the Knights. He'll pass it right side. A.J. Bourdonnais back out top and move to Webb. Back to Oliver. Well behind the arc, right side. He'll tip it around. They got it to Webb. Webb tried to get it inside to Carson Barrett. It was tipped away, last touch by Hamilton Heights, out of bounds. Going to belong to Central Catholic, left of their own bucket, on their own baseline. 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. 43-33. 10-point advantage for the Knights. Looking to get it in. Benner Oliver finally does. Gets it into A.J. Bourdonnais. He makes the catch. About that time, he's fouled in the act of making the catch. Foul's going to be whistled on Corey Von Felt. Corey Von Felt picks up his first foul of the ballgame. That's 6. May have spoken too soon. We'll see. 33.5 seconds to the backcourt. Benner Oliver receives the inbound pass from A.J. Bourdonnais. 26 seconds left. 43-33. 10-point leader. Central Catholic with the basketball in their front court. Out near the center circle. Dribbling the basketball. Alternate dribble right there. Left, right, Benner Oliver. He'll pass it to A.J. Bourdonnais. 8 seconds. They're trying to get it down low to Carson. Lost the handle. Carson makes the steal. They're going to paint. Got the bucket. Finger roll left-handed for the left-handed player. The clock is going to expire. Hamilton Heights playing hard. 45-33. 12-point leader at halftime. Central Catholic Knights will go to a 10-minute intermission. And I will remind you, right now in Class 1A, these are the polls that came out on Tuesday, February 12th. If you didn't remember, that's Abraham Lincoln's birthday. February 12th, these polls came out. I've got the first 5 to let you know. In one position, this is Associated Press. Associated Press, number 1 is Fort Wayne Blackhawks. The Braves, they're 18-2. Now, these are just polls. We'll mention it. So number 2 is Bar Reeve. There's the Vikings, 18-2. Third position, that's University High School Trailblazers. They're 18-3. Fourth position is Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, 16-3. In fifth position is Couts Mustangs. They're 18-2. To let you know how it is, right now. It's in Class 3A. Class 3A Associated Press. Delta Eagles, they're 21-0. In second position, it's Greensburg, the Pirates. They're 20-1. Third position is Culver Academy. The Eagles, remember a year ago, they won Class 3A. They're 15-2. In fourth position, it's Heritage Hills Patriots. They're 19-1. And in fifth position, Associated Press 3A, it's Northwestern Tigers, 18-1. That one loss was Southwood. Southwood 2A school, but Southwood plays good defense. We're visited right now by a friend of mine and a friend of A.J. Bourdonnais, and we're going to have to set this down. We'll be right back. We're at halftime. We're going to talk to Tim Bourdonnais. Great to see you, sir.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. It's almost springtime.
What I was looking right here. You look here for 1A. You got University High School Trailblazers at number 3. Lafayette Central Catholic Knights at number 4. Those two teams are going to link up in baseball.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're playing them this year over at Purdue, over at Alexander Field, and they have a lot of talent. They were state runner-up last year in 1A, and so we're looking forward to that opportunity to play them again this year.
Before I say too much more, can you let us know, is A.J. doing okay? I mean, he went out of the ball game, but he came back.
Yeah, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him, maybe ran into a hard screen, but he looks to be fine.
Feels good. I tell you what a place to play. I mentioned in the pregame, this gym holds 78 more spectators than your gym.
Yeah, this is our first time playing here at Hamilton Heights. Very, very nice facility, great administration here, and we're happy that Hamilton Heights has joined our conference, and it's been we've had some great ball games in other sports, and this is the first time in boys basketball.
That's excellent. I found out that you've got a wrestler that's going to be participating for a state title.
Yeah, actually, Dominic Skis wrestled tonight at Banker's Life. He's already finished. He didn't come out on the winning end, but he had a heck of a year as a sophomore, making all the way to state finals. Great accomplishment for Dominic, and our wrestling program has really taken a couple of leaps forward, and now can compete with almost anybody. So we're really proud of Dominic and all of our wrestlers this year.
Well, you got a pretty good following right here. A pretty good show has been in. A lot of folks here back in the night.
Yeah, I think our fans usually travel pretty well. We're having a great year. So 16-3, and I think we're an exciting team to watch. And, a lot of guys can shoot the ball, and we always play hard. So I've been impressed here in the first half. 45 points is a lot, but Hamilton Heights can really shoot the ball, and so this ball game is far from being over. But we're glad where we're at after the first half.
Well, you got Carson Barrett. I remember last year as a sophomore, he was averaging almost 20. He's giving up 5 points a game, but he's dishing the ball out.
Yeah, the ball's in his hands every time down the floor, and he does a little bit of everything for us. He leads us in rebounds and assists, and he's a great floor general, and everybody can kind of play off of him.
I got to mention, you got a freshman. He's also the coach's son. That's Clark Barrett. He's not here tonight, but he's doing something that is very good for him to be doing.
Yeah, Clark's really stepped in and done a nice job for us coming off the bench as a freshman, and This weekend he's at a retreat, so he's unable to play. But he's had a great year so far, and look forward to watching him the next 3 years for sure.
You got to mention David Barrett, 14 years at the helm. He's never been anywhere else.
No, he obviously he was a 1987 grad from Central Catholic and got into coaching and has done a well of a job with our basketball program year in, year out. We're one of the top teams in 1A, and Dave does a great job. Kids always play hard for him.
Well, your mom and dad, they go to a lot of games. I'm always happy to see them.
Oh yeah, they're one of our biggest fans for all of our sports, and it's really great to see. Not just them, but all of our fans that travel. Even if they don't have kids playing, but just Central Catholic Knights fans in general, and make this trip over here tonight is a good testament to that.
I'll tell you what, this weather has been just incredible. But it's going to be nice next week.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a little break in the weather, and baseball is right around the corner. So we're looking forward to a great year, and we always appreciate you coming out and broadcasting our games for us, and look forward to a great spring.
Well, I'm looking forward to Tennessee. I got to mention, I talked to a buddy of mine from Hamilton County TV. By the way, they're simulcasting this game. So besides the 50 or 100, you might be listening to Put Me in Sports, they got like 300 more. So Carson Barrett, he might go Division I.
Well, that's great. Yeah, we always like to get exposure any way we can get it, and really appreciative of all you do for high school sports and Central Catholic in particular.
You're very welcome. But I understand there's going to be about 100 teams there playing.
Down in Tennessee, there won't be quite 100, but there's a good amount of teams. It's a large tournament. We'll play 4 games down there, 3 against Tennessee schools and 1 from Ohio. So we know we're going to run up against 4 good teams, but that's the way we like to do things. We like to challenge ourselves and really open up the season and see where we're at and kind of expose maybe some weaknesses and see what we need to work on to get better throughout the season.
So what, you got to go to Evansville last year because we had serious snow, went to Evansville, and you got to have your son come in, pitch a relief, A.J. Bourdonnais, but Kyle Alkin pitched a good game against Evansville Modern Day.
Sure did. We didn't play very well the first ball game down there against Memorial, then we turned right around and played Modern Day, and Kyle Alkin threw a gem, and really I think that after that night we gained some confidence and ended up having a great season. Hopefully we can do the same thing again this year after our trip to Tennessee.
Well, we're looking forward to it. I got basketball on the agenda. We hope that both these teams can go far in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. And, I think we have a good shot. Tournament draws this Sunday, so we're anxiously waiting to see what our matchup's going to be there. But, our kids are going to play hard, and hopefully we can make a long run and get back to Bankers Life. That's always our goal. And, this ball club has a good opportunity ahead of them, and I think they have a good shot.
Kyle Alkin has a sister playing collegially at Villanova. Talk about her briefly.
Yeah, Cameron Alkin, she was a well of an athlete for us at Central Catholic. Now she's playing basketball at Villanova in the Big East. She's an Indiana All-Star her senior year in high school, and so went out to Villanova and is doing a good job out there and contributing to their success. And she's in pre-med, so that tells you a little bit about what kind of student she is academically, and just she was a great example for all of our athletes, especially our girls, and now the athletes that we have are trying to follow in her footsteps.
Coach Tim Bourdonnais, athletic director, thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here, and we'll see you here in a few weeks on the baseball diamond. Thanks.
That's Tim Bourdonnais. He's the athletic director. He was running a little bit late. He was checking on his athlete right there at the wrestling realm. His dad let me know that he shows up over here. I thought I was going to talk to his dad, Terry, but we talked to Tim, and what good words he spoke about Central Catholic Knights. 20 seconds left on the intermission clock. We're going to replug this back in for second half. So, there's the buzzer. First buzzer, 45-second horn. 45-33. And they inbound the basketball. Central Catholic and Hamilton Heights playing for 3rd and 4th place in the Hoosier Conference. Can be brought in half court by Central Catholic. Brought in by A.J. Bourdonnais. She's a backcourt picked up by Bender Oliver. Out top now, Carson Barrett works it down low, gets the pass in to David Schwartz. No glass needed. 2-point bucket in the paint for Schwartz. Left elbow extended shot when he go 3-point land the other end. That was Gus Etchison. Hamilton Heights rebounds the basketball, gets the ball back behind the arc. Out top of the basketball on the dribble now is Pennington. He'll bounce it back to Gus Etchison. He'll look for a screen. He'll pick one up. 7:26 here in the 3rd quarter. 47-33 on the dribble, working to the left side with the basketball, bounces it out top to Craig Leininger. Out top to work to Etchison. He'll work at the left elbow, now back behind the arc. On the dribble, he'll dribble in. He'll go kick it back out. 3-point land. Pennington off the mark just barely. Rebound secured by Oliver. Back the other direction. 47-33. Working behind the arc. To the corner, Benner Oliver picked up right there by Pennington. That's Brent Pennington going to guard the basketball. Works it left side to Schwartz. Tosses it down low. Carson Barrett, cross-court skip pass. A.J. Bourdonnais, he'll get the ball back. Shot from the corner. Rimmed around, fell in. 3-point land. Credit the assist to Benner Oliver. 3-point shot good for Bourdonnais. 50-33. Working the left side of the basketball. 17-footer, straight away, got it. Jump shot, Hudson Hosteller. 2-point land. It's 50-35 in the front court with the basketball. 15-point leader, Central Catholic Knights. Back pedal dribble out top. Carson Barrett. He'll work it right side. On the dribble, out top. Thought about a shot. Working against Craig Leininger. Gets the ball back from Benner Oliver. Gets outside the paint. Throws it to the corner. Throws the ball away. Trying to get it to Matt Timmons. And they'll give the ball back to Hamilton Heights. From the side court, east side of the gym, just near the back line. And B. Pennington gets the ball into Hosteller, crossing the timeline, right there at the Husky head. 50-35 on the dribble. He'll bring it inside. Gus Etchison. He'll take a delayed jump right there. He'll get the defender off of his feet. And the foul's called, and Gus Etchison will shoot 2. Foul's going to be whistled on David Schwartz. He picks up his second in the ball game. Gus Etchison back to the stripe. Started this game at 81%. Has climbed it. He's now 2 for 3. He missed that one. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game at the foul line. 35. I should say he's 1 for 2. His last play in the first half was a 3-point play. He got the 3-point play. Got that one there. He's got the back end of a 2-shot foul. Gus Etchison. He's now 2 for 3. 50-36. 5:42 on the game clock. On the dribble. Elbow. Kicks it back out. Gus works it out to A.J. Bourdonnais. Gus Etchison guarding the basketball. They'll bounce it right side behind the arc. Back to Benner Oliver. Oliver with the basketball on the dribble. They'll bounce it back to Carson Barrett, being guarded there by Craig Leininger. He'll work it in the paint. Left-handed floater got the bucket. They're going to call a foul. He'll go to the foul line. Carson Barrett will shoot 1 more. Left-handed shooter. He's a natural. He's a lefty. Uses that left arm well. He'll get 1 more. 52-36. Foul's whistled on Craig Leininger. He picks up number 3. 3-point play good for Carson Barrett. 53-36 in the front court of the basketball. Hudson Hosteller on the dribble. Directing some traffic. He'll dribble it right side. He'll work it down low. Jump shot. Turnaround jumper wouldn't go. Craig Leininger. Ball tipped out of bounds. Going to be last touched by Hamilton Heights. Going to bring the ball in right of the bucket. Carson Barrett will inbound the basketball to Benner Oliver. 53-36. Crossing the timeline with the basketball is Oliver. He'll pass it right side behind the arc to Carson Barrett. He'll dribble in, elbow. He'll go to the paint. Shot floater wouldn't go. Might have got away with it over a back. Trying to get the basketball back. It's recovered and returned the other direction by Hudson Hosteller. They'll work a 14-footer in the paint. Got it. Gus Etchison with the bucket. 53-38, a 15-point advantage for Central Catholic. We're in the second half. Third quarter, 4:33 left. Timeout called. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Central Catholic. That's David Barrett calling the timeout. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. 1708 South 8th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. 317-773-4800. Their authorized dealer for Penske Truck Rentals. One-way and local for households and businesses. Cargo vans up to 26 feet commercial with liftgates. Full line of moving supplies. Locally owned and operated since 1998. Owner on site daily. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're open on Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. They're going to inbound the basketball in front of the scorer's bench, just right of the Central Catholic bench in the front court. A.J. Bourdonnais going to toss it down low. Gets it under the bucket right there to Carson Barrett. He take a shot. Wouldn't go. Defense was good. They're going to stop play right now. They're going to check on Cray Leininger. Cray Leininger might have taken the brunt of the explosion going back up for the shot. They'll check on him. They'll check on Cray Leininger. We'll hope the best. He's going to exit the ball game. He gets a pat on the backside from Carson Barrett. Elena Cantley going to check on him. He took a pretty good shot right there. Might have been an elbow. It was inadvertent. It's part of the non-contact sport of basketball, and I am not poking fun of Cray Leininger. He's one of my favorite persons. 53-38, he'll take a breather. Left side with the basketball moving around. Isaac Hickok in the ball game. They go baseline. Reverse layup. Got the bucket. Put some English on it. Glided through the air. That's Gus Etchison. Got the bucket on the reverse. 53-40. First 2 years, IU won the NCAA. I believe those are the years. 40 and 53. But I'm going to call foul right there. It's going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights. A.J. Field picks up number 2 in the ball game. 2 second half for Hamilton Heights. 1 thus far second half for Central Catholic. Out top to work the web. He'll move it left side behind the arc to A.J. Bourdonnais. They'll work it down low. Carson Barrett got another assist. Cut into the basket right there was David Schwartz got the bucket. 55-40. 3:46 on the game clock. Dribbling in to the corner. 3-point shot. Hosteller. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Picked up by Nate Webb. He'll dish off right there back to the front court. They're working to Carson Barrett. No look pass underneath from Barrett. Credit the bucket again to number 20, David Schwartz. Drive the lane right there. Driving hard to the hoop. They're going to call foul. We're going to see Matt Timmons back in the ballgame here momentarily for Central Catholic. I'm going to say got him on the hip on the way in. Foul's going to be whistled on David Schwartz. He picks up number 3 in the ballgame. Both teams with 2 here in the second half. 3:25 left at the foul line. It's Gus Etchison. Shot up and good. They're working on the lane right now. Matt Timmons back in the ballgame, taking a breather. It's number 20, David Schwartz. David Schwartz caught some passes on that Bermuda grass for Central Catholic. 3:25 on the game clock. Shot up and good. Got both of them. Gus Etchison. 57-42. Back to a 15-point ball game. In the front court, crossing the timeline now is Benner Oliver. He's going to hold the ball out top. He's going to actually keep it dribbling. He'll work it now in against Hosteller. He'll work the ball back around. Works it right side behind the arc to Nate Webb. Back out to Carson Barrett out top of the circle. He'll dish it off to Benner Oliver. He'll work it left side. 3-point shot good for Matt Timmons. 60-42. Driving the lane right there. Gus Etchison, no foul called. Back the other direction. He'll dish off the glass. Got the bucket. Nate Webb. Nate Webb gets the bucket. 62-42. Going to drive the lane, drive the baseline. Isaac Hickok kicks it to the corner. Brent Pennington short off the rim. Wouldn't go. Rebound Hosteller dishes off to Isaac Hickok. Wouldn't go just inside the paint. Back the other direction. Rebound secured by Carson Barrett. 2:25 on the game clock. 62-42. Out top, Central Catholic with the basketball. Carson Barrett. Out top, he'll dish it down low. Nate Webb. Kick it to the outside. Three-point shot in the air. Rimmed around. Going to hit a foreign object shot taken by A.J. Bourdonnais to carry him high off the rim. It got the wire apparatus that helps to secure the goal. They don't want the goal to fall, no matter what the case. Remember back in the days, Daryl Dawkins broke his share of backboards. Rest his soul. 62-42 on the dribble. Out top, three-point land. Brent Pennington long off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Benner Oliver. They'll come out there across the timeline at a trot pace, kick it to the corner. They'll work it down low. Carson Barrett off the glass. Barrett gets the bucket. And credit the assist to Nate Webb. 64-42. Timeout called. Coach Chad Ballinger going to call a timeout here. They'll call a 60-second timeout. And we'll remind you, this game is in part being brought to you by Adler Attorneys. Attorney at law. They'll provide family law, personal injury, criminal defense, estate planning, litigation, appellate appeals, bankruptcy, real estate law. They'll provide personal service, dependable counsel. That's Raymond M. Adler, Seth R. Wilson. They're located at 136 South 9th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. You can send Ray an email by dialing, I guess, on the keypad. It'd be Ray at noblesvilleattorney.com. That's Ray at noblesvilleattorney.com. You can reach them by telephone, 317-773-1974. They have free initial consultation. Second horn sounds. They're going to inbound the basketball. It's going to be brought in front of the scores bench right there. A.J. Field back in the ball game. They'll get it into Hudson Hosteller. He'll dribble it left behind the arc, get it to Pennington. Back to Gus. Elbow, he'll float it in the paint there. Underhanded scoop shot, got the bucket. Gus Etchison, 64-44. Behind the arc, working the basketball. We're going to cross it over, go baseline. Works around Nate Webb. Getting the ball to Carson Barrett. Tipped away, good hands by A.J. Field. Goes out of bounds, last touch by the Huskies. They're going to bring it in left of the bucket. Official's going to call Carson Barrett a little closer to the side court line, away from that back of that corner, that backboard. He'll bounce it in. Gets it in, going to drive the lane. Going to be a foul called. They're going to put a fist in the air, and Isaac Hickok looked like he was setting up. And they're going to call the charging foul. Took a little while to find out what the decision was going to be. Might have gotten talked into it, but I don't think he did not miss the call. 120, first foul in the ball game on Nate Webb. Team foul number 3. Huskies with 2. Bouncing it in. Gus Etchison down low. Hudson Hosteller in the land of the trees off the glass. 2-point bucket in the paint. 64-46 on the dribble. Out top, traveling violation. Benner Oliver couldn't get the jump stop. Want to go back the other direction. A.J. Bourdonnais going to check into the ball game. Taking a breather right now. We'll double check here. We'll mention him out of the ball game is Preston Hensley. Preston Hensley in the ball game. He's going to take a breather. Might have misspoke. Hensley going to take a breather. A.J. Bourdonnais back in the game. 64-46 from the corner. 3-point shot going to go for Isaac Hickok. Rebound, Carson Barrett. To the front corner in the paint. Shot going to go as Nate Webb. Guy in on the, trying to get the block there, Gus Etchison. Driving the lane at the other end was Brent Pennington. He got the bucket. Pennington is going to shoot one more. He got the bucket. The foul's going to be whistled on Central Catholic Knights. They're going to whistle this foul. We'll double check here. They're going to signal it to the bench. Foul's going to be whistled on A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll pick up number 2 in the ball game. Team foul number 4 for Central Catholic. 2 thus far for Hamilton Heights. At the foul line, number 14, Brent Pennington. He's a 90% free throw shooter. It'll rim off. He's 10 for 11 on the season. 25 seconds left. Central Catholic with the basketball after the board. Crossing the timeline. On the dribble. Working to the left side. Working against him is Hosteller. Back out to Timmons. Well out top. Guarding him is Hosteller once again. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. 64-48. Out top. Guarding the basketball is Isaac Hickok. Banner Oliver going to drive the lane and lost the handle. They're going to say a foul, evidently. Thought they were calling a kick. That was not an intentional kick. That wasn't the call. They call a foul down low on Hamilton Heights. It's on Hickok. He picks up number 1. 3.6 left. Left of the bucket on the baseline. Banner Oliver going to inbound. He'll look for inbound and high out top to Carson Barrett. He'll take a floater from three-point land. Rimmed out long. Wouldn't go. Final shot at the buzzer, 3-quarter shot. Not sure who shot it for the Huskies. It went in, but it was well behind the lights that light up the perimeter of the goal, but a fine shot indeed. So we'll mention, at the end of 3 quarters of play, Central Catholic 64, Hamilton Heights 48. And we'll also remind you, the Adler Building. If you're looking for office space, the Adler Building has office space available. Conference room availability, should that be a need. The Adler Building, located downtown Noblesville, Indiana, just a block southeast of the Hamilton County Courthouse Square at 9th and Maple Street. You can dial them for inquiries, 317-773-1974. That's 317-773-1974. That's the Adler Building in Noblesville. The formerly was the First Christian Church of Noblesville. 28 years later, the church has built a new one out on Harriman Boulevard, and Mr. Ray Adler has utilized their church in a good way. So 8 minutes on the game clock. Going to inbound the basketball. Huskies will get the 4th quarter possession. Half court going to be brought in by Gus Etchison, slightly to the backcourt to Hosteller. He's going to cross the timeline at a walk pace. Out top of the circle. Working out there against A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll pass it right side behind the arc. A.J. Field with the basketball. 2 A.J.'s on the floor and 1 right here. 64-48. 7:40 on the game clock. Out top of the basketball on the crossover. Kicks it back left side. Isaac Hickok. To the corner. Brent Pennington. Back out top. They'll work to Gus. Gus goes elbow right side. Kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Rimmed around. When he go. Brent Pennington. Rebound secured there by A.J. Field. Going down to the surface was Carson Barrett. Foul's going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights. Going to be whistled on Isaac Hickok. He'll pick up his 2nd in the ball game. Matt Timmons for Central Catholic going to check out of the ball game. David Schwartz back in. Bring the ball in from 84 feet away. Carson Barrett gets it into Banner Oliver, gets the ball back. Carson Barrett going to walk it across the timeline at 6'5". He'll bounce it right side with the basketball. Out top to A.J. Bourdonnais. Right elbow extended. They'll work it to Schwartz. Back out top with the basketball. On the dribble, Gus Etchison guarding the ball well. That was Banner Oliver. He dishes it off left side. Carson Barrett. Back in the web. He'll dish it down low. Off the glass. Got the bucket in the paint. Left side. That's Carson Barrett. He'll work it back the other direction. Going to be a whistle. Going to be a foul called here. 66-48. Foul's going to be whistled on Central Catholic Knights. They're going to bring it in right of the bucket. Foul's going to be whistled on Banner Oliver. He'll pick up his first foul in this ball game. 6:50 left here in the 4th. Out top, left right elbow extended shot wouldn't go for A.J. Field. Karam's out. Picked up on the dribble, working the other direction is Carson Barrett. Passes it to A.J. Bourdonnais. Around the perimeter. They're working down low. In the paint, turn around, he's in the paint. Got to get out of there. That's Carson Barrett. Dished it back out top. Got it to Banner Oliver. Carson Barrett, back to Schwartz. Near the corner there, Banner Oliver with the basketball. We're going to see Corey Von Pelt for Hamilton Heights check in at the next dead ball. Out top of the basketball. Number 20, David Schwartz being guarded by Gus Etchison. He'll tip it free. Ball's loose. It's down low. Picked up. Got to get out of the paint. Ball's loose. He's still in the paint. Got away with it. About 4 seconds, maybe 5. And ball tipped out top and it's tracked down by Carson Barrett. Barrett out top of the basketball. On the dribble, A.J. Bourdonnais. Left side, David Schwartz bounces it down low on the paint. Right there, kicked it back out. 3-point shot wouldn't go. A.J. Bourdonnais, rebound, fought for, picked up by Carson Barrett. He passes it down low in the paint. They got the bucket. David Schwartz gets the bucket. He'll shoot one more. And Trey Leininger is going to check back in also with Corey Von Pelt. They should come in right now. Yeah, one shot. They'll bring him on in. No whistle, no buzzer sounded. So Brett Pennington taking a breather. 24, Hudson Hostetler taking a breather. Trey Leininger down on the block. Adjacent to him is A.J. Fields. Shot wouldn't go for David Schwartz. Back the other direction. 68-48, I think. We'll double check the score. But anyway, working the right side on the dribble. Carson Barrett playing defense tight right there. Gus Etchison, pretty tough assignment when you got to guard Gus Etchison. He's got such quickness, and his dribbling skills are good. 68-48, 20-point leader. Central Catholic on the dribble. Gus Etchison in the paint. They'll kick it outside. 3-point shot in the air. Got it. Isaac Hickok for 3 in front of the Hamilton Heights Spirit section. 68-51, a 17-point leader. Central Catholic with the basketball in the front court. Carson Barrett will pass it out top. A.J. Bourdonnais now adjacent out top. He'll work at the Banner Oliver. Back to Carson Barrett on the dribble. Bounce it in. He'll get it in the paint to David Schwartz. Ball's tipped out of bounds. We're going to say it was last touched by Hamilton Heights. A lot of friction happening right there. They're going to give the ball back to Central Catholic left of the bucket. Carson Barrett going to inbound the basketball. He's looking to get it in. They're going to call a timeout. Coach Dad, Dave Barrett, going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout just to make sure the ball is still secure. He might have gotten the ball in, but they're going to call a timeout anyway. 4:55 on the game clock. 68-51. Central Catholic with the basketball. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. 317-773-8783. They're located at 100 Mensa Drive, Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're family owned and operated. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're open Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's Discount Copies right there on State Road 32 behind Pizza Hut. So we're going to inbound the basketball left of the bucket. Trigger man is going to be A.J. Bourdonnais. Looking to inbound. Count has been started. He's fine in the paint. They're going to call foul. Isaac Hickok going to pick up evidently his third foul in the ball game. And Carson Barrett trying to take that inbound pass. This time it'll be same position, be brought in by Banner Oliver, number 10. He'll work it into Carson Barrett. Bounce pass out behind the arc. Back to Banner. Oliver on the dribble. Out top, skip pass, and out top to A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll dribble in, elbow, dish the ball out behind the arc. Behind the three-point line, now on the dribble, Banner Oliver working against Corey Von Pelt. Out top, 4:36 on the game clock, 68-51. Carson Barrett passes it left side, Nate Webb. Cross court behind the arc. A.J. Bourdonnais going to throw the ball away, going back the other direction. Gus Etchison going to lay it up off the glass. In a different game, Gus Etchison may have thrown that down. 68-53. 4:14, another steal at the half-court line. The foul this time going to be whistled on Etchison. Etchison going to pick up his first foul in the ball game. But that foul is going to be number 7 on the team. They'll go to the foul line. We'll see A.J. Bourdonnais at the foul stripe shooting. He wears number 12. He's at an 87% at the stripe on the season. He averages 9.2 per ball game. He got the first one. Number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais, sophomore, 6'1". Pretty good shortstop. His dad played the other middle infielder position when he was a boy. And he got both of them there. A.J. Bourdonnais, 2 at the stripe. He's 49 for 56 on the season. 70 to 53, back the other direction. On the dribble. Back behind the pass, behind the pass. Or should they behind the back pass to the corner. Shot would go. Gus Etchison works it down low. They're saving the basketball right there with the rebound is Isaac Hickok. They'll move the ball around. Hickok, 3-point land. Corey Vonfeld. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound coming back the other direction. Long baseball pass to the other end. Deflected by Nate Webb. Couldn't come up with it. And then stolen by A.J. Field to the front court now. He's in the paint. He'll kick it back out. They'll work it out top the circle. And they'll work it to Gus Etchison. Left of the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Trying for the tip back was Cray Leininger. Ball back, going back the other direction. Tanner Oliver trying to work his way in front of Corey Vonfeld. He slowed up just enough to draw the foul from Vonfeld. So Vonfeld's going to pick up his second foul in the ball game. We're going to have a substitution check in the ball game for Central Catholic. It's going to be Matt Timmons, number 33. He's going to check in for 23. Right there, that's Nate Webb. At the foul line, number 10, Brenner Oliver. He's an 85% free throw shooter. He got the first one. He'll get another one. One and bonus. They shoot a pretty good average at the stripe as a whole for the Central Catholic Knights. Second shot rimmed out, rimmed off. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Gus Etchison. Crossing the timeline. 71-53. On the dribble, Hamilton Heights, Corey Vonfeld. Stepping in front of the pass, going the other direction is David Schwartz. He'll go back the other direction. It looks like Carson Barrett might have been trying to put one down there. He rimmed out, wouldn't go. And then back the other direction, Hamilton Heights tried to put it off the glass, and a foul called. Sometimes you wonder if you're going to try to dunk it and you don't make it, does the coach get disappointed? Some might not. But if you got a chance for a bucket, you ought to get the bucket, even if you know how that can be done. So shot in the air, got it. Gus Etchison at the foul line. And I'm taking a breather for Hamilton Heights is number 15, A.J. Field. In the ball game for him is Brent Pennington. Pennington, he's on the lane. Adjacent to him is Cray Leininger. Second shot, Gus Etchison, up and good. 71-55, 16-point leader, Central Catholic. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter in the front court with the basketball. They're working the basketball around. Matt Timmons, they dish it back out to Benner Oliver. They're going to call timeout. Double team right there. Looked like some extra steps, but no extra steps called. The timeout is evidently called by Coach David Barrett. And Benner Oliver and Cray Leininger shake hands. They're just playing the game. 2:51 on the game clock. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Sign Production. A business with a good sign is a sign of good business. Computer-generated, painted, and sandblasted signs. Billboard advertising. Large format signage. Vehicle graphics and lettering. Banners and window lettering. Sign Production since 1985. Located at 105 West Main Street, Arcadia, Indiana. 317-984-3765. You can also dial cellular phone 317-946-2424, or you can send a text message. 2:51 left, second buzzer sound. Hamilton Heights High School band making a joyful noise. And it'll also be brought in the front court of Central Catholic. They'll retain possession. Going to be brought in by A.J. Bourdonnais right there in front of the East fans. So we'll look to bring it in. He'll back door on the cut to the hole. Got the bucket. David Schwartz must have set that up during the play. It worked well. 73-55. They're working to the corner. Then we're going to run Brent Pennington. Back out top. Bounce pass picked up by Corey Vonfeld. He'll kick it up right side corner of the gym. Got the bucket from the baseline. It's Isaac Hickok right in front of the Husky Spirit section. 73-58. 2:20 left. Fourth quarter. Free throw line. Matt Timmons. They're working down low. A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll go up for the shot. Gus Etchison will send the block shot out of bounds. But Central Catholic would get the ball back. So they're going to inbound the basketball. It's going to be brought in right now by Benner Oliver, left of the bucket. They're working out top to Carson Barrett, being guarded by Isaac Hickok. He'll dish it left side to Schwartz. Back to Timmons. Behind the arc. Back to Schwartz. Well behind the three-point line. Looks at right side, A.J. Bourdonnais. Dishes it inside to Carson Barrett. He'll dish it down low. Unselfish pass to David Schwartz for two. 75-58. From the corner, baseline jumper, three-point land. Isaac Hickok from three-point land. Foul's going to be called into backcourt. Trying to get the ball across the timeline with A.J. Bourdonnais. Gus Etchison going to pick up the foul. He's got two in the ball game. And those Indiana Pacers, see what, they're at the All-Star break now. They did lose their last ball game, but prior to their last game versus Milwaukee, they won 6 in a row. So first shot up and good. Number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais, started this game at 87%. So after the All-Star break, the Pacers will be back in action on the 22nd at 7 o'clock. That'll be a home game versus New Orleans. Second shot goes in also for A.J. Bourdonnais. 77-61. Handoff going back across the timeline. Gus Etchison behind the arc. Hesitation dribble. He'll work it down low. He'll kick it back out. Then move it left side behind the arc. Wouldn't go. Isaac Hickok. Rebound. Carson Barrett. He'll pass it to the front court. Baseball pass. He'll dish off. Matt Timmons will go off the glass. Credit the assist to David Schwartz. We're going to see Johnny Cameron in the ball game here momentarily. 1:17 on the game clock. Off the glass. Got the bucket. Gus Etchison drives the lane. We're going to try to get the sub in. They're going to do just that. Huskies are going to enter several here. We'll double check. We're going to let them pull in the ball game. 1:10 left. We're going to see Johnny Cameron. It's going to be a double bonus. They'll come in after the first shot. Double bonus in effect. A.J. Bourdonnais fouled in the backcourt. Going to whistle that foul on Isaac Hickok. He picks up number 4. A.J. Bourdonnais, first shot, rimmed around, fell in, got the bucket. We're going to see enter the ball game number 4, Noah Linville, a 5'10 sophomore. 32, Johnny Cameron, a 6'4 junior. We're also going to see number 11, Lucas Lexier. He's a 6-foot sophomore. He had a good JV contest tonight. And they're going to step to the hoop right there and shoot one more. A.J. Bourdonnais shot up and good. He got his last 4. So entering the ball game for Hamilton Heights, we're going to see number 13, Isaac Wilson. He's a 5'11 sophomore. Throws a good pass in football. So taking a breather is Isaac Hickok. 81-63, 18-point leader, Central Catholic. Huskies in the front court with the basketball. 104. 3-point land wouldn't go. Shot taken by Corey Vonfeld. He'll track down his long carom. It was kept alive by Letzinger. He'll go back the other direction outside the paint. Take a shot, wouldn't go. Saving the basketball in the front court there was number 4, Noah Linville. He saved it into the hands of Nate Webb of Central Catholic. 43 seconds left. 81-63 on the dribble. Out top, Corey Vonfeld guarding the basketball, then working back out top to A.J. Bourdonnais. Bourdonnais being guarded by Letzinger. Now back out left In the backcourt, Nate Webb being guarded by 13, Isaac Wilson. Out top of the basketball once again is A.J. Boardman. He'll pass it left side in front of a scores bench, Nate Webb. 17 seconds. Playing good defense. You got to finish the game. This is the precise way to do it. 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 81, they're going tipped away, going back the other direction, stolen by Hamilton Heights. Picked up by Corey Bonfeld off the glass, 2-point bucket for Bonfeld. We're going to have a final score. Lafayette Central Catholic, 81. Hamilton Heights, 65. Both coaches going to shake hands. The bench area is going to pass in front of the scores bench. They're going to give medium fives to one another. And we thank you for listening. And we will remind you that on Sunday, February 17th, that's this Sunday, 5 o'clock, a 2-hour program, tournament pairing show for boys basketball state tournament, IHSAA, the 109th annual. You can go to webstream IHSAATV.org. IHSAATV.org. There's no television. The hosts will be Bob Level and Greg Rakestraw. If you want to go to radio, you need to find the Champions Network for the IHSAA, and you can listen by radio. And we thank you for listening. We thank Hamilton County TV for providing a simulcast. That's Jim Wofford. www.hctv1.com. The simulcast, PutMeInSports.com. We'll mention Put Me in Sports will travel tomorrow. We'll be at the ball game at Hamilton Heights at Peru tomorrow night, about a 7:45 projected start time, they're saying. And we hope you'll join the broadcast. And we'll also mention Lafayette Central Catholic Knights will be in action tomorrow night. They'll travel to Western High School, and they'll do battle with a cross-conference foe in the Hoosier Conference. And we thank you for listening. And no matter if you're home or away, if you're teaching or learning, you've always got to keep the fire burning.